Hello, welcome back. I'm Fire Scratch.
This is Baka Dinosaur.
So this is tutorial 9, the second to last one. As you can see, I made a semi-peaceful serenity circle here, just saying it's kind of closing out. To finalize a lot of things, we're going to just focus on editing and changing the title menu and music and character design. A fun little light, easy day, basically.
Yeah. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our, we're going to click on the RPG Maker. We're going to go to our tools. Now, we've been in database before, but we're going to show you a few more things with it. Now, normally when you open this up, it starts in the actors category, which is simply the players that you have in your game. You can, of course, always add more to this, change them around, etc.
Even give them profiles, descriptors, further for your menu screen selects and backstory, anything you want.
Now, of course, this is more of a straight RPG element as opposed to our more horror-themed game, so that's perfectly fine. For right now, we're going to skip over a lot of these because, well, we're not really doing too much in the way of RPG combat or items, weapons. We don't really have enemies exactly or animations. These are all really interesting and things you can play around a lot. This tends to be what eats up people's time the most, perfectly honest with you.
And as you can see, one of the greatest things about RPG Maker is that if you take a look at the square around this dragon for an example of what the animation does and the frames it does, this is already pre-programmed, ready to go, coding and animation style drawn up and made by RPG Maker. So you guys do not have to sit down and figure out how to do all this and make all this from scratch and be an animator and stylist. It makes it already ready to go, and you can see there's so many different animation styles you can do for combat, just alone combat.
And of course, if you want to look up other RPG tutorials online, how to change these different kind of animations and make all sorts of things like this, you certainly can. We won't be covering them in ours, but something to think about in the future.
Definitely. Alright, so we're going to go down to Systems again. We've been here before, showing off how to change music, sound, title screen pop-up, even title menu of the game.
Now, let's cover a few things in here. First off, you have your starting party. Right now there's only 4 characters, so there's only 4 character options. But you can change around what these are if you make more actors. You can also change the title of your game, and there is options for different kinds of vehicles, boats, and ships and airships, which you can change around. You have a currency, which in this case is just G. I guess that stands for gold or something.
Good game money, huh?
There you go. You got a few different options over there, which is, depending on what you want to do. Different kinds of magic systems, etc. Now, here's where we're going to be focusing right now. Now, over in the music section, we have a few different choices of what sort of music we want to have play in very common events. The first one would be the title. Now, so far, you've probably heard the title music over and over again, but we have an option to change it.
So here's what it sounds like currently. Oh, no. One of them does. Actually, there's an option you can play none at all, which could be even an option for like a spooky soundtrack to stop and start music.
Definitely an option.
This is also to stop it, just to let you know, because if you play it and you quit out of it, it doesn't stop, so you have to go back in and stop it, because it'll start playing constantly, and who wants that for 24/7? So there's plenty of options, and they're all listed in generic terms like dungeon music, castle music, ships, like depending what theme and feel we're going for here.
You, of course, want to give each one a listen to determine which one you actually want for your particular game or situation.
So we'll focus around the dungeons, because that one's probably has more of a spooky aspect, let's say. So let's do that with the third.
Now, we also have obvious changers here. We have a volume option, changes up or down. We have a pitch option, which actually changes how quickly the song plays.
So it's a higher pitch, snapping sound, like it's like a little bit like a water sound. And if you go low, definitely some beat there. If you go panning it.
Now, the pan will actually change which side it tends to be heard out of. This only works for stereo. For mono, it just ends up ignoring this entirely.
Yeah, of course. So we can always stop that and always play it again later. So we can do like any one we want. We can do that and leave it the same way, or it will keep this part will stay the same no matter what you change into. It doesn't reset back for each different song, which can be annoying. So you're gonna have to remember what settings you put for which one. So let's do any one. Let's do this one as it is. That sounds pretty cool for the title menu. It's pretty cool soundtrack right there. Let's do that. and that will be applied. As you can see, title now is Dungeon 3 file name. That's what's going to play when we hit the title menu open.
Now we also have the option to change the game over, which is also something we've actually heard at least once from our horrible, spooky, scary creature.
Sad, sad,
Oh,
sad,
it's so sad.
Let's see what game over 2 is. Not too bad, lighter. It's a sweeter blow than the sad, sad, sad fare. There it is. Let's do the organ and see how that goes. Definitely
Boy, that's
legal.
a really happy game over.
Almost Nintendo 64 era mixed in with the Castlevania. I love it. Wait, that's nothing. But not too bad. We'll take that for now. Make it more annoying as it goes on.
Now, of course, we want to make sure that we actually, even after we hit OK, we have to make sure we hit stop somewhere.
I forgot. Oh my lord. Could you imagine playing organ music all the time, not knowing where it came from?
Yeah, it can be fun to open your computer and just suddenly have that playing.
Now we can also, over here, as you can see, title screen has its own dedication page. We can change the image background of title screen. They have, if you open it up, plenty of made art here. Or, as we did the last episode, you can import your own pictures in to make it customizable. But there's so many beautiful art pieces as there is right here. It covers a lot of the terrain. That's terrifying. Could you imagine bringing that up? And it's serene and beautiful and very simplistic if you want to think about it. And you can even customize them within. You can always upload these pictures itself to GIMP and then customize it your own way, adding stuff within the one you already have. So, and you can add borders around it, of course, to make it more fairy tale-like, or depending how you want storybook tale-like and whatnot. We'll just do the Demon Castle for now.
You also have the option here to choose your starting positions directly. Now, normally you can choose your starting position inside the game by simply double-clicking someplace and then having your party set. But if you so choose, you can have your players start wherever you want and actually can choose directly from this little option screen here.
You can choose him in the middle of the water and he's stuck, but you can choose him out here even if you want. That's okay too.
You can do the same thing for the boat, the airship, and whatnot, though we're not going to be using those for this. You also obviously here have the option to change those visually as well.
Now let's just see. See, we already moved right here.
Yep.
Alright, let's just take a look and see what we did for our title menu. Right here. Open that up. It'll be different music than that blaring victory music that we all know and love so much. Now that's pretty cool. I can dig that. That is definitely a kicking game right there. This also feels more like an upbeat, almost comical type of game to it than more of a horror deep game. But it's all what you feel like and deliver it with your own person DJ basically. Pretty cool actually. We're still here, so that's it basically for this tutorial. We'll have another and final one, tutorial 10. We'll just probably be saying our goodbyes and farewell with a little something extra in there, I suppose. But as for now, I am Fire Scratch.
And I'm Pocket Dinosaur.
See you next time.